everyone, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to do a quick eye tutorial look using a new sheglam palette. I don't have it uploaded yet. By the time this video is up, my sheglam haul should be up with all the new sheglam palettes that I got. And today I am going to do a look using the Violet Vision palette. These are the colors. And I plan on using Unicorn, Love Potion, All That Glitters, Vamp, Jet Set, and Crystal Baller. We'll see what we can come up with today. I already primed my eye, so I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to go into Vamp, which is the gray. Just using a small brush, like the small smudge brush. And I'm just going to put this in the outer half of my eye. This is the first time I am using this palette, and so far this first shadow is very pigmented. It's picking up and laying down nicely, and the edges are blending well. Okay, now I am going to go into with a slightly fluffier, slightly larger brush, similar style, and I am going to go into All That Glitters. Oh, that might actually be better off going using a sponge brush or your finger, because that is a creamy, like metallic color. And I'm just going to place that kind of right over that gray color, but not all the way out, kind of in the middle of my lid. That's like a lavender gray. Oh, that's a beautiful color. It's going on very nicely. Okay, a little bit of fallout there. Okay, next I am going to take this small smudge brush, and I'm going to go into Love Potion, and I'm just going to buff that into the edge, the outer edge, right, and not bring that, just hit the edge of that gray and carry that out. And make sure I'm blending that. Okay. Now I am going to go back into Vamp and kind of bring that back into that edge with the Love Potion color and blend those together. All right. I think I want to bring my all that glitters color all the way across my lid. So I'm going to go back into that metallic purpley gray. And I'm going to bring that all the way in to my inner corner. There we go. Then I'm going to go back into Love Potion. Bring that all the way to the inner corner, which is that light purple. Okay. And then back into Vamp again, just using the same brush. And dragging that inward and blending that center out. Still using Vamp, and I'm going to bring that in a little further on my crease. Just like that. I'm going to bring that pretty far in, but just on the crease. There we go. Pigment is showing up very nicely. Then going back into Love Potion. Okay. And then just a little bit back into All It Glitters. Kind of popping that all over. Making sure I bring it up a little bit higher because I'm going to be doing a cut crease. So a lot of that color is going to disappear, but I want that blended into that crease color. Like that. And now I want to deepen up my outer corner a little bit more. So I'm going into Jet Set. I'm just putting that right in my outer V. Dragging it inward a little bit. Now I notice I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like all that glitter shade is getting a little it looks a little clumpy or chunky on my lid. It's not as smooth. I don't know if you can see that. And I don't know if that's because I applied with my sponge brush. I never really had that do that though, so I don't know if I'm liking that so much. But we'll keep going because, again, a lot of that color is going to be cut out when I do my cut crease. Okay. And now I'm going to cut my crease using just a flat bristle brush and my using a concealer. I'm just using e.l.f. the Hydrating Camo Concealer in its lightest shade. And I'm going to put some on my hand so I don't get way too much product and mess up the whole eye. I'm going to dip my brush in it. Like that. And then I just use this brush. It's very thin, dense bristle, so I can get a very precise line. And I'm just going to bring that probably about three quarters the way across my lid, open my eye. You can see my hooded eyes kind of covering that, so I need a little bit, bring it up a little bit higher. If you have hooded eyes, you don't want to cut your crease right in your crease, because then it will disappear on you. Now, you just use a very little product. You don't want it to get all cakey, real thick, and which kind of looks like that's what it's doing with this eyeshadow underneath. Okay, so there, that's what that looks like. And now I'm going to go in. I need to find a clean brush. Okay, so now I'm just going to get like, it's sort of like a fluffy, kind of flat bristled brush, and I'm going to go into Unicorn, which is a matte white, and I'm going to go right over that my cut crease where I put the concealer down, and I'm going to try to keep a nice precise line. I don't want to go up into the deeper, darker shadow I just did, and I'm just going to pack that on. The mattes in this palette are working very nicely for me. So far, the only color I seem to be having a little bit of trouble with was that all that glitters, that metallic purple gray, seems a little bit heavy on the lid. I don't know how much I like that. I'm going to go back into Vamp, kind of blend out this edge here, bring it back into my crease, and I feel like that all that glitters color really wasn't necessary. I didn't even need it. Kind of getting rid of it altogether with this cut crease, but I wasn't liking the way it was sitting on my eye. I'm going to go back into Love Potion. Just making sure the edge is blended out with the purple, kind of buff that purple out like that. Get a nice, good, fluffy brush. Blend that really good. And then back into Jet Set, this dark, kind of like a charcoal gray black shimmer. And I'm just going to do this outer V, deepen that back up. Okay, blend. Okay, and I'm just going to take like a little pencil brush here, and I'm going to do my under my eye, and I'm going to go into Vamp, that matte gray. Okay. then I'm just going to take a very small, again this small smudgy fluff brush that I've been using, and go back into Love Potion and kind of buff that edge out with Love Potion, so it kind of fades into a purple, like, or a lavender, from gray to lavender. Okay. And then I'm just going to take a very stiff, kind of like sort of like an eyebrow brush, but it's just a flat, straight, stiff brush. And I'm going to go into Jet Set. And I'm just going to underline my lash line right at the closest to my lashes I can get. Very close. This one I'm struggling a little bit with, not because there's anything wrong with the shadow. It's one of those softened shimmers, so they're a little bit harder to pick up on a brush. But it's actually going on pretty well, as you can see. It seems to be working out. And then back with this fluffy brush to blend that. And then I want to make sure I carry that dark and connect the top and the bottom well. Kind of bring a little bit more depth into my crease right here. Okay. And a little more blending. Just a touch more purple. And I'm going to end with putting this pressed glitter. I'm going to put just a little bit of base right here. I'm going to put this crystal baller. It's a pressed lavender glitter. I'm going to put that where I cut my crease. Oh, forgot one thing. I want to get back into Unicorn and bring that white to my inner bottom tear duct area. Okay, I'm going to use my finger to do this. Now this seems to have a gel formula that this glitter's sitting in, so it's not very dry, which makes putting it on and staying on easier. Now obviously this is not considered eye safe, but I think I'm going to go and try this sponge instead, because I want it to be more precise. I'm kind of getting this glitter everywhere. Yeah, having a struggle here. Pack that on. This is, honestly, it reminds me very much of ColourPop's Glitterly Obsessed gels. just in palette, just in a pressed glitter form. All right, good enough. Bring some of that gray back down because I really got some glitter fallout down here. Yeah. Gray, purple. This kind of fixing up a little bit. The completed look here will be done in just a moment. Okay, so I went ahead and I finished up. I put on my eyebrow and I threw some mascara on. If I were going out, I would have done a false lash, but just this is a quick eye tutorial, so I'll be just wiping this makeup off as soon as I'm done with this video. So I didn't want to beat up my eye and put a single lash on for that. So I just put mascara on. My eyelashes are a little bit on the short and stubby side, so normally I would do false lashes if I were going out. I didn't put any liner on. I kind of just thought it was fine like this. I did add right here in my under my eyebrow highlight, I did also use the color Frosting, which was this beautiful white shade with so like a duochrome that had a lavender, bluish lavender shift to it, and it just really complemented this color, Love Potion. Like these two colors just went so beautifully together, and you can kind of see that. I will give you my thoughts on this palette. So far I did use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shades out of 12, so a little more than half, and only one color was a bit disappointing. It could have just been me. I could have applied it wrong. I did have kind of go a little heavy-handed with this sponge brush. I think next time I might try just the finger, and it was the color All That Glitters right here. This didn't sit on my eye very well. It could have been my primer, it just could have been how I applied it this time. I did kind of rush, so I didn't quite take as much time. So it's something I wouldn't give up on yet. I would try it again with the other shadows a different way. But when I did it today, it sat on my eye kind of heavy and thick and looked a little lumpy. It made my eyelid look very textured, and I really didn't like that. So I ended up going over all of that shadow with my concealer, doing a cut crease and covering it with glitter. I'm very happy with the glitter in this. I don't always like the pressed glitters. I don't like the pressed glitters that are dry in the palette. This one has like a gel formula in with it, so it sticks to your fingers, so you don't necessarily need glitter glue or something to set it down. I would recommend doing that to make sure it sets well, but it does work like the ColourPop's Glitterly Obsessed gels. This matte white, the mattes performed fantastic, very pigmented. I love this color. It worked very well. It blended very well, and these went together very well. This white was nice and bright. You can see that in my my inner corner, and I only dabbed it on a little bit there. This color, it was worked really well. It's kind of like a creamy satin shimmer, but I actually used this kind of fluff brush with that, and it went on. As you can see, it did darken my outer corner. I didn't really struggle or have any issues with that. And I also used this flat kind of brush, and I did that near my water, or right near my water line. So that worked very well for me. And then again, I think these colors work very well. They're very beautiful. This white has this really pretty lavenderish, bluish shift to it. So the next time I try this, I will definitely use the other colors. I don't have time to do my other eye tonight. It is getting pretty late, but I just wanted to get an eye tutorial in quick, and I really wanted to use some of my new sheglam palettes that I got from my recent haul, and talk about or see how well they work and the quality of them. I would compare the quality of these very much to ColourPop, Juvia's Place. It's just very easy to work with, very pigmented, and aside from this little issue here, and that could have just been me. I don't know. It might be, I mean, it's very creamy. It's almost like a cream formula. See, it's going on my hand fine. I think it was just me, my lid. I don't know if it was issues with my primer or what was going on, or the way I packed it on with this sponge might not have been the best choice for that eyeshadow. So overall, I would say I would definitely recommend this. It was very affordable at $7.50, I believe was the price from sheglam. So yeah, thanks for watching. There was one thing I did forget. I almost left and forgot to test out the new lip products I got from sheglam, which was their lip liner and their liquid, ultra liquid, liquid matte lipstick. So, I'm going to go ahead and put that on, see how that goes. I'm going to wear it for a few hours before I go to bed. Maybe I'll try to remember to take a picture to see what happens after I have some drink, wear it for a bit. Oops. Give it a little bit of a test go. Now this liner is, oh, that's, wow. All right, that's pigmented. Yeah. Holy. Oh my goodness. Ignore my terrible lining skills tonight. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, let's clean that up. You know what? I have balm on my lips. I have lip balm. That's why it's smearing like this. Give it a minute to dry down. I forgot to wipe my lip balm off. So. Dry it out a little bit. Oh, oh. Tissue. Oh. All right, let's try this again. There we go. That's a little better. I don't think this is quite the match with the lipstick, but we're gonna go with it. And this, I don't remember the shade of this, and it doesn't have the name on it. It just says 526, so I don't know if there's a number with that. And the lipstick is Haters. It's a beautiful like a mauvey brown, pinkish brown. All right, it feels very similar to the Sephora liquid matte lipstick formula, which I do not like because it dries down. Oh, it dries down way too dry for my liking. I mean, it is very transfer proof, but it's very uncomfortable and very dry on my lips. So we'll see just how dry this gets. And now for some people, you might love that because it makes it so super transfer proof. I just don't like if it gets too dry and it makes my lips look all shriveled up like a raisin. And you can see all kinds of lines and it makes my lips look older than what they are. I don't like that. This color is beautiful and it's very opaque. It went on very easy. That's just one coat. Yeah, I really like the color. It seems to be drying down fairly quickly too. The Sephora liquid lipstick that I have that's similar takes quite a bit longer to dry down. It takes much longer. This is drying down pretty quick. And it's not, I mean, it's pretty dry, but it's not as tight. Like the Sephora one gets real tight and very, very, very uncomfortable. This is actually quite comfortable. Feels pretty dry. I don't think it's completely dry yet. Give it a few more seconds here. We'll give it a test on my hand. I love the color though. It's pretty dry. A little wet right here, but let's give it a go. That is actually coming from a little bit mixed with my lip liner where I didn't get it all smeared off because I had balm. I had lip balm on my lips, so I think that's what that transfer is coming from. Because that's the only part of my lip that still feels not quite dry, and I think that's because I had balm and then did the lip liner and didn't wipe it all off. Let's try it one more time. Very good. Look at that. Nothing. No transfer. No transfer. And it's looking really good. I'm going to take some pictures. I will come back in a little bit and take some more pictures and see how it goes after drinking some water, wait a couple hours, and then give my opinion on that.